Lincoln. In this video, we're going to be focusing on our skill of sliding. Now, this is a tricky skill for a lot of people because moving sideways is not always the most comfortable way to move. But I just want to make sure you know that once you get it down, I have confidence that you will do great. So before we start, I would just like to say, make sure your shoes are tied so when we close our legs together, our shoelaces don't get caught and we fall over. And make sure you have a safe environment to do your sliding in, just so nothing gets in the way. Now, for our equipment we're just going to need 2 household items that we can use as cones, and we're going to need something to use as a straight line. Like, for example, I'm using my carpet. Anything, tape, or any household item would work well. Now, for our first task, we are going to place the 2 cones along this straight line. Now, we're not going to be focused on the straight line or the cones at this moment. Right now, we're only going to focus on our legs, in the position that our legs are in. So when we're sliding, when we open our legs, it's going to look like this, with a wide width and a nice sturdy base. Then when we close our legs to slide, it's going to look like this, a nice narrow stance. And that's how we are going to perform all our slides. So now that I demonstrated how we're going to stand, can you stand with me? Can we open our legs up? Perfect. Now let's close them. Nice narrow stance. Open them up and close them. Perfect. Now that you have the basics of a slide, let's get into it more. See you soon. Hey Lincoln, great job on the sliding stance. Now you know that our legs need to be open and closed. Open and close. And that's how we slide. So once we get that down, we can learn much more in-depth skills for sliding. Now, for the second task, we are going to be focused on our straight line. We are going to be side shuffling or sidestepping along our straight line. But remember, we are opening, and then we're closing our legs. Opening, and we're closing our legs. So, when we slide along a straight line or sidestep, it will look something like this. Just like that. Now that you saw what a sidestep or a slide looks like with opening and closing your legs, let's do it together. So first, we're going to start in a narrow, closed stance. We are going to open and close, and that's how a slide will work. Great job on opening and closing your legs. I'll see you for the next task. Great job, Lincoln. You did a great job opening and closing your legs and sidestepping along our straight pathway. That's an awesome job. Now, for our next task, we're not going to use the straight pathway. This time, we're just going to use general space, which means just the space in the area that you are in. So, we are going to sidestep or slide around our general space, which is right around here. So, I will demonstrate, then we'll slide together. Here we go. Remember, open and close your legs. That's the key to a slide. Just like that. Seems pretty easy, right? I think you can do it. So let's give it a shot. Make sure you have a nice cleared area that you can slide around in. And remember, don't forget to open and close those legs to make sure you move sideways, because that's how a slide moves, sideways. Here we go. Just like that. Great job, Lincoln. I can see that you're picking up opening and closing your legs so quickly, and I can tell you're already progressing along on our sliding skill. Keep up the good work. Once again, great job on all 3 of our tasks for sliding, Lincoln. You seem to be really picking it up and understanding how to slide around. Now, I have a question for you. With running and jumping and sliding, you move in many different directions. So, do you know or remember what direction you move in for a slide? I'm going to display 3 different directions. Can you tell me what way we move when we slide? Is it this way, or this way? Take a look at those 3 directions. What way do you remember moving as we slid? That's right, it's this way, sideways. That's what messes people up the most. That's why it's so challenging for someone to complete a good slide, because they're not used to moving sideways. But now that we have the mechanics and the way our legs should be opening and closing, now we know and we'll be able to complete a slide moving sideways. I'm very proud of you, Lincoln. Keep up the good work. See you soon.